of the 2014-2015 series. Crowned this morning as series champions, Fiji up against the hosts England for third place. And they last met in Tokyo when Fiji won by 33 points to 19. What a pulsating match that was. And we can expect no less here with England in front of their home crowd. And here are the teams. Well, there's a dream team that's selected in each and every tournament, and who wouldn't want the likes of Kunatani and Rawatha, that amongst the top try scorers in the tournament, Kolinisau, the top point scorer. But for England, they will have to do it here without their captain Tom Mitchell, who was injured in the semi-finals of the Cup earlier on today. Norton and Bowen will have to step up once more as the ball is carried out onto the centre spot there. Here come the teams. England led, not for the first time this season, by Phil Burgess, but it's Fiji that will want to claim that centre ground and offer a little word of prayer for guidance and inspiration. It's been a marvellous year for the Fijians, and messages for their families back home, led of course and coached by Englishman Ben Ryan. And England want to finish this tournament on a high. Just a note, Tom Mitchell, he suffered a leg fracture earlier on today, and we certainly wish him well. Scott Hastings, former Watsonians, Scotland and British Lion, joins me in commentary for this one, for what will be the final match for both of us of this very long season, Scott. Yeah, very much so, but want to whet the appetite with Fiji. Well, it's their opportunity to celebrate what is great about Sevens rugby in this third-fourth playoff, having won the title, the Sevens World Series. For England, they're playing in front of the home crowd. They're right here at Twickenham. They'll want to finish with a bang. Fiji have won 4 cup finals this season. England, the 4th team to win the title this year, and they achieved that in Tokyo, and they've qualified. They were the team nominated to qualify for GB for the Rio Olympics. Warwick Lemaire, formerly with New Zealand, now of England. He wears 10. This is the stand-in captain, Phil Burgess, but he's no stand-in. He's a standout player. Holding on after the tackle in Fiji. We'll see some fireworks, I wonder, from the Fijians in their final appearance on the 7's stage for this year. Well, eagerness between these two teams as the early errors come in. When I was just casting my mind back to the Cup quarterfinals in Hong Kong, when England were denied victory in the corner, Fiji winning on that occasion by 14 points to 12 and moving on. England are a team under the coach Simon Amer who can almost outthink Fiji in the way they can stifle the way that they play. So it's very much in the balance, this particular game. Yeah, it's Simon Amer against Ben Ryan, isn't it? Playing the mind games. No mind games here though. Ways goes Samanatha Rawatha. Rawatha for the corner. Norton. What a brilliant try-saving tackle that was from the England speedster Dan Norton. Well, you would have put your money on Rawatha coming across, but look how well Norton tracked down the Fijian on the far side. Look at that, dip below, hit the waist, textbook tackle from Dan Norton. Superb from the English flyer. Celebrating 50 tournaments here in London this weekend, Dan Norton. Tom Bowen looks to get away from the Fijian defence. Giving chase is Alessia Kolinisau. Norton, having praised him to the heavens here, Dan Norton. What he does best is run in tries. Just couldn't quite hang on or latch on to that pass. Well, the accuracy, that was what was missing. Tom Bowen did really well to get on the outside track. Look at the quick feet from Bowen. That's Kolinisau. He chased him all the way. Out he goes. Kolinisau comes across the Fijian captain. The pass, well, it was on the left hand. If you can get one hand to it, you can get two hands to it. Frustration for Norton, frustration for England. That was an opportunity.
And Dan Norton knows it. They don't come too often against the Fijians. Newly crowned series champions, Rawatha. Now then, Norton, where is he? He'll have to do it again. Rawatha keeps an eye out and aims directly for Dan Norton this time, but it's the Iceman, Isaka Katonimbao, who rounds under the posts for a marvellous score created by Osea Kolinisau initially. Savanatha Rawatha took it up and Katonimbao finished it off.
Yeah, Rawatha on the wide outside channel, but it was the angle of the support running. Look inside here, the angle that Katonimbao took. Rawatha stepped his man, but on the inside track, he read the angle brilliantly. And in 7-a-side rugby, when you're backing up like that, you can polish off the tries. That particular pass stuck for Fiji. For England's Dan Norton, he spilt it, and that is the fine lines of margins within those 7-a-side games.
It's great to see the Fijian supporters in Fiji corner over here to our left. They've been in fine voice all day, and none more so than when they defeated South Africa this morning in the quarterfinals of the Cup to claim the HSBC 7's World Series for this year. England might have the final say. Tom Bowen giving chase is the Fijian number 8, Nasila Sila. But his best efforts appear to have been in vain, as Federico Anselmi consults with the assistant referees.
Well, there's the response, and there's the reaction. Tom Bowen was put on his backside when Savanatha Rawatha ran up the touchline previously to lay on the try for Katonimbao. But that's the way you respond as a rugby player.
Warwick Lemur from the far touchline. That's a huge kick. Not quite on the mark.
Well, speaking to Carl Tanana earlier on, this is one player who's really impressed since his introduction into this England 7's team. He got the bit between the teeth there, and he got the ball over the line. Both these teams absolutely giving it the full Monty.
It's a testament to the fitness of both teams at the end of a very long weekend, coming on the back of a very tough tournament in Glasgow. The final day played in the rain last Sunday. Kolinisau to Katonimbao. Out it comes again to Rawatha. Norton is there. Not this time though. Dancing down the touchline, but Rawatha just put his little toe in touch. Should have cut his toenails this morning, Scott.
I was going to say, Fijians don't have little toes, do they? They certainly pack a punch. But Rawatha, the step again. And this is a great example of the way both these teams are playing down the touchlines. Well, it was tight. Didn't quite see it there, but he got a lick of the paint.
That was a close call, certainly.
Oh, we're certainly getting the reactions, aren't we? The way that both these teams are playing the full width of this Twickenham pitch.
England finished the Glasgow tournament last week in 3rd place. Fiji, of course, the cup winners. Tremendous rivalry between these two teams, particularly so now that Ben Ryan, the former England coach, is coach of Fiji. Konatani reaching out for that one, couldn't quite gather. Nasila Sila, in football terms, puts his foot on the ball. Lovely offload to Semi Konatani. And that's not where it was meant to go. Burgess cuts it out. Lemur to Jeff Williams. Dan Norton. Back on the narrow side, finding Charlie Hayter. Young man impressed Simon Amo whilst coach at London Scottish. De Carpentier from Worcester. Over the 10-metre line. Burgess digs it out. For Hayter. Norton. To Williams. He's got Tom Bowen on his shoulder. Good defence again. No quarter asked and no quarter given. Exceptional work there by Dan Norton. Oh, Lemaire has sparked out. That was an illegal challenge off the ball.
First of all, let's take the try, because England were brilliant. Sensational play by them to tease the defence out, and that is a red card for the Fijian up beside Domalilai.
I don't think the card has been pulled out as yet, but Domalilai knows, I think, that his game is over. The conversion is a brilliant one from Charlie Hayter.
Yeah, let me just
get the focus of attention at the moment.
Yeah, sorry, let me just correct that. I don't know if we've seen the colour of the card, but for me, that is a red card. Let's have a wee look at this challenge. He was completely wiped off the ball. Well, I don't know if he's going up the tunnel. I'm just trying to see where Domalilai.
Well, Lemaire is back on his feet and smiling. Okay, so Lemaire is off for an head injury assessment, but in the meantime, confirmation of the score: Fiji 7, England 12 at half-time.
Really talks about the only thing in defence, which is really my main thing. It's a bit like, do you remember why? Then being cautious. I want to start the winger, whoever's on the end, to have confidence to go this, and in threes, we'll be fine and we'll score points. It's easy to be the person making that shot from the inside. Yeah, to the moment we're getting ourselves over there and we're just getting a little bit kind of not too certain. So get ourselves over there. Norris, you happy with that? Mark's happy with that? Jeff, go get them. Steps inside the two's going to finish off. 2 minutes with 6 men. Here's a challenge. Score a try in those next 2 minutes. That'll take the clock down and we'll take the lead. It's their kick-off. Rodwell's not on the field at the moment, so they'll kick to Chip to Carpentier. So it'll be over there, on the 5, okay? So win it, work hard in that contact area, keep the ball with 6 men, Senga up, let's play out. Here we go, 7 minutes left in the season. Come on. You want to take it in your first pod. 70 a good pod. You're going to play 9 attacks, 10 in defence, and stop it over the air. Half day? Half day.
So let's have another look here. Carpentier with a try. We just missed the challenge, but we can confirm that it was a yellow card for the Fijian number 1 up beside Domalilai, which means that Fiji will be down to 6 men for the opening 2 minutes of the second half.
Well, it was interesting listening to Ben Ryan there. Imperturbability. Calmness under the pressure. Look at the challenge that he's given his Fijian team. Go and score a try. You're down to 6 men. So a really important kickoff, which is poor execution.
Wow, my goodness me. We heard Ben Ryan anticipate where the kick was going to go, but he's been given a gift here.
Who's going to be the magician in the Fijian side to unlock this English defence?
Semi Kunatani culling this out. Out it goes to that man Rawatha once again. That's a huge contest, isn't it, between Norton and Rawatha. Lovely offload though from Rawatha. Finding Ravuvu now in midfield. Kunatani to Katonimbao, looking for a second try. Ben Ryan wanting his team to score first in the second half. Sleight of hand from Nasila Sila. That's Rawatha once more rolling towards that England try line. There it is in the background, inviting Osea Kolinisau. Round the narrow side, drops it down. The flag stays down on the far side, but again, referee Anselmi will consult. Majority decision.
Try, yes or no? Try.
Yes. Good try.
Well, that's what you call diligent play from the Fijians. They concentrated there, and in that man, their captain, Osea Kolinisau, he can sniff a try down the sides. And that's enough to square the scores at 12 apiece.
And he's been an inspirational captain this season in the championship winning season for Ben Ryan, as I say, Colinisau. By his own admission, he wasn't the most disciplined in the past, but Ben Ryan has given him responsibility. He's accepted that responsibility, and Fiji lead by 2 and by 14-12, courtesy of that brilliant try and excellent conversion.
Well, the way they pulled the 7 defenders out and down this little channel, they sucked it in, but Colinisau, because the threat was out wide, but Colinisau goes down the corner. Dan Norton exposed there. Should have had the shutout there.
Fiji back to the full complement of 7. In goes the miscreant, Apisai Domalailai.
Well, that's perhaps going to be the pivotal moment there.
Very wastes no time at all. He wears 10. He's the replacement on for Fiji. Colinisau in full flight, a change of direction, bringing in Ravuvu. Lovely hands to Samisoni. Very easy away. He won't get there himself, but that man, Savanatha Rawatha, will.
Well, the backup is extraordinary from Fiji. Their belief in each other's ability, the knowledge, the understanding that they're in support. Ben Ryan has said that these are an exceptional bunch of athletes. They believe in each other. What is so important is they back each other up. So crucial in 7's. They're getting through the whole. England are making all the tackles, but it's just the support plays, the support lines. Marcus Watson here, but look at this. Always looking for the support play, and the hands are good, and so is the try scorer.
Deep breath from Ravuvu again. He bisects the post. He's been practicing his kicking in recent times, has Timo Ravuvu.
How crucial have the last 2 conversions been for Fiji? It pulls them 2 scores away from England. What is the response from the English 7's team?
Alex Gray to launch this attack. Scragged by Domalailai. He'll have to be careful where he puts his hands. De Carpentier to Dan Bibby. Just come onto the field. It's a Charlie Hayter. Carpentier goes in. Advantage England. They trail by 9 points with just under 3 minutes to go. Marcus Watson, he of the dancing feet. Watson, almost gets away. That's the cruelest tackle of all. You think you're in the clear, and in a split second, your nose is in the dirt.
Oh, what a tackle by Timo Ravuvu. He absolutely targeted. Look at this. He knew exactly what he was doing to tap the ankles of the flying Englishman. Marcus Watson, I think he scored one of the best tries of the tournament against New Zealand earlier on today. But that one, he just couldn't get away. The belief systems are in place for this Fijian team.
21-12. It's going to be a Fijian throw-in. Amanoni Nasilasila.
No. Wait.
Clock has been stopped. And Federico Anselmi, you've noticed a few times today that he insists on the players being on the mark. And Fiji
11 blanks up.
want to make a replacement here.
Well, Fiji have got an opportunity to go from deep. They will as well. They'll attack this England team. They'll try and stretch them once again with their positiveness of play.
Fiji, one of the teams that commits the most mistakes and most errors, but they still have the class to come out on top. Marcus Watson is back there inside his own half, shovels it on to Tom Bibby. Rodwell, good hands from Rodwell. Warwick back on the field, no worse for that illegal tackle on him at the end of the first half. Very with a tackle. Minute 45 remaining, and England need 2 scores. One might come here. Dan Norton, that little goose step, standing up the Fijian defence for a split second, but they were there in numbers to cover. Sila Kolinisau.
Oh, wonderful defence there from Sia Kolinisau. He just shepherded the England flyer. Look at this. Used the touchline as the extra defender. The fast feet of England. England's flyer forced him into making the kick and chip. Just Kolinisau, there he is there. Just uses the touchline as that extra defender, as so many rugby players are taught and coached in this wonderful game.
Sila carried the ball over his own try line, so it'll be a scrum 5 to England. They need to score here and get the ball back in play.
England really have to score immediately from this put-in. Perhaps turning down the conversion at the same time.
That's a good call, Scott. Charlie Hayter on the angle. Again looking for Norton, slips. A turnover for Fiji. Kolinisau might have a clear run in here to head him off at the pass. Bibi, this is Sila. Looking to split the England defence, but this is Josiah Winnie. A winning combination for Fiji. 26-12 with less than a half a minute to go, and the Blue Wiggers are in raptures.
It's this natural ability to offload and read the play that is so good about these teams and these players. Nasila just ran into that gap, knowing that the support was there. Kolinisau was on the outside. He was always going to stretch this England defence. But when Nasila picked up the ball, he ran through it, Rodwell and Bibi. But he'd made his decision beforehand because he knew on the supporting angle was Asunge.
Flying Fijian is over in the corner, and the Fiji have clinched 3rd spot here at the Marriott 7's in 2015. They've defeated the host nation England with a final scoreline which reads 26-12.
Well, it's congratulations to Fiji, 3rd here at London, and of course the overall series winner. But now the main event, the cup final here at Twickenham. Australia against the United States. 6 cup finals before this for Australia. 4 of those before 2002. Of course, they won in London 2010 and Tokyo in 2012. That's what they're playing for. USA have never won a cup competition. This is only their 2nd ever appearance in a cup final, following on from Adelaide 2010 when they lost to Samoa. Hopefully there will be a fitting final for what has been a superb event here at London. The United States, no Garrett Bentley, suspended for 2 matches. Their speedsters, of course, Perry Baker with Carlin Isles on the bench. Nick Maloof was absolutely outstanding in the semi-final, as was captain Ed Jenkins. Before this keenly contested final, the anthems. the talk of London, USA, in particular those two men there, Carlin Isles and Perry Baker, known as the Chuckle Brothers within the squad. Most of the chuckling they do is when they're whizzing past people on the outside, searing pace, both of them. Can the USA find them to be able to use that pace? We'll need to see plenty of pace from that man as well. Mike Adamson, former Scotland 7's player himself. He is the referee in this cup final.
Chris, do you want to get this one behind my back?
Not the final that most people had predicted, if anyone. Australia against the US of A. Round 9 final here at Twickenham. And it's Australia who take the kickoff. Nick Malouf, really good here in London. Palmer Foe. Of course, in the final, 10 minutes each half. Jenkins just moving it out wide. Malouf. Oh, Malouf! Oh, he's seen some pace as well. Nick Malouf, all Australia in this opening 45 seconds. Worked it right, worked it left, back to the right. And it's that man who hardly gets any of the headlines with a first score in this cup final.
I mean, a wonderfully taken try from Malouf, but Duratalo just getting too tight to his defence on the end, giving too much space to him, and then it's a simple try. Malouf using his pace to go around. First blood to the Australians.
Nick Malouf got deceptive speed on the outside break. Little shimmy in and away and goes around Duratalo. Conversion not successful. That's why they were so successful in their semi-final, because they got great starts like this.
Great starts, kept to the processes. Kept to their patterns really, really well, didn't they? Even when Fiji came back at them with that score in the second half, early in the second half, they stuck to their processes to see them through to this final. Still a long, long way to go, and all of that forward effort now will have to be done for the US by Danny Barrett. No, Garrett Bender to come off the bench. Buratello just to make amends. It was a rather weak tackle on that left-hand side. But it's a strong fen again. Palmer Foe. Madison Hughes, the man born and raised here in England, strikes straight back for the US.
Well, it's the two bookends for this USA team. Andrew Duratalo firstly busts through a hole, and then on the other side, Danny Barrett goes through a nice gap in the in pass to this kid. And he is only a kid, a young man, wearing the captain's armband. Madison Hughes, he has grown and grown all season long.
It's a lovely break here from Barrett. Not renowned for his pace, but his power. He just manages to get the outside edge against Foe. And then Madison Hughes, ever present in this American side. A fantastic captain, at least from the front. Inside, ready for that pot ball. Well finished. USA pull themselves straight back into this.
So Wellington schooled him in an exhibition 7's match earlier on. That's where he was schooled. 22 years of age, but his captaincy is head on those shoulders. Way beyond his 22 years.
Johnny, a crucial facet of this game so far is restarts and possession. We saw against England, USA just dominating them there, and when they do, they bust through holes like this. Barrett through again.
Barrett, such a strong man. We saw it back end of yesterday, didn't we, against South Africa. Wasn't the performance of the species, it was a performance of the big, powerful forwards like Barrett, and he's showing what he can do as well.
Well, dominating in the air was Maka Anufe, but Danny Barrett, for the second time in as many minutes, goes around the outside of Palmer Foe, and here's the beast. Look at him here, just trucking down the sideline. Get that in, you lowers the boom. Does Danny Barrett, and he goes in for the second.
Already, it's the kind of final we were hoping for. People are getting excited in the commentary box, and rightly so.
I mean, really excited, and this is the crucial facet now, this restart. Can USA keep that possession by winning this ball back?
Oh, they can. USA are on fire this season, aren't they? Brilliant work. Leah Tour. Now they've got the man outside, and it's that man again. It's Danny Barrett. 2 tries in as many minutes, and the USA have simply grasped his game by the scruff of the neck.
I mean, it's the Barrett blitz here, the man, but it all comes off the restart. Again, a superb take from the USA. What a take that is from Liuta there, and then it's just all about possession. They keep hold of it, and here, relentless wave of USA attack, and they give it to their big, bustly boulder that is Barrett, and he barges over. What a try from him. What a first 5 minutes he's had.
Well, Danny Barrett's a guy you put first down in your list every time. It's just a throwback, isn't he? He's an angry, tough guy. Look at him there, talking to his troops. Tell him to settle down now. Let's reset the next phase. Let's go to the next kickoff, next job.
And he said, I've had enough of these speeches, these racehorses out wide, getting all the headlines. It's about the forwards. We decide whether you win the game or not.
I mean, it is, and this is all about the forwards again. Can they reproduce that same form, the restart?
Palmer Foe. Important, really important, that possession for Australia. And Australia just need to settle themselves now. There's 3.5 minutes left in this half. They just settle themselves down. Garrett John knows that. And they take the penalty, just take the sting out of the USA, who've got the rhythm in this game in the last couple of minutes.
It's all about controlling the pace. As you said, Johnny, it's a long time. Just be concentrated on the first 10 minutes of this half. They've had no ball the second part. They need to get some possession.
And they have it now. Cameron Clark. Oh man, isn't it? Taker. Cameron Clark pumping those pistons. Oh, they have got back. Lewis Holland grabs on back for Australia. Really, really crucial score. So much time left in this game, but they just have to stem the flow for the US.
Yeah, I mean, there's still enough here for Australia to put it back. 2.5 minutes left. But this is all about their power. And then one-on-one tackles there. We see number 8, Anufe, gets bumped by Cameron Clark. And then the momentum swings in the favour of Australia. You miss your tackles in these finals, they'll make you pay dearly.
Tom Lucas can't get the conversion. Remains at 10-19.
The game of rugby is all about mismatches, and Palmer Foe has a weight advantage over Perry Baker. Cameron Clark just pumping the legs, little left foot step around some tired defenders from the US. Exactly what we're talking about. Australia keeping it slow and using their process to get the try.
And of course, possession absolutely key. It's even more so the end of a long day when you're in a final. It's 10 minutes. If you're going forward, if you're attacking, those legs don't seem quite so tired.
No, and that's a cardinal sin from Australia there off the restart. With 1:40 left, they needed the ball from that. They had to retain possession. Gifting it to the USA just puts them back in the driver's seat.
Just scored. And then they give the free kick back to the US because they didn't go 10. Madison Hughes, the offload to Otello. Was going to try and flick the ball out. Advantage coming to the US. Tua. Oh, the goose step as well. Can the US take advantage? Great defence from Australia. Brilliant scramble stuff from there. UFE, back at UFE.
Well, I mean, we spoke at the start of this game about the impact that Cardinals and Perry Baker would have on it. So far, they've had nothing to do with it because it's been about the power play of the USA. They have dominated the contact areas so far, winning their collisions, and their offload game is just outstanding there. Anufe skipping out the tackle, and then look at his ability to offload here. Wonderful support play, back on his feet, and USA are just running hot.
Well, they're playing with a bit of swagger, to use an American term, aren't they? Matai Leuta on that far edge is causing havoc out there, not only from kickoffs, but ball in hand. He's always making the ball available and taking out defenders.
And they get the two as well. Is this a tactic from Mike Friday that he's known in Kappa's Yoda, the Grand Master of 7's appropriate, this galactic theme we have here at London? But is that a piece of coaching skill from him in this first half to use the power and possibly use the thoroughbreds in the second half when the legs are really tired?
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, they're splitting the field. They've got Danny Barrett on this side and Leuta on the other, so they're big power runners out wide. And then they've got Perry Baker in the middle, just tidying up at the moment. His pace isn't being utilised because they don't need him at the moment. They're so strong and they're breaking through contact. And I think at half-time, Geraint John is going to just have a word and say we need to be making our tackles here.
Not held.
Like I knew if it wasn't held in the tackle. Lucas. And the USA want more here before half-time. Madison Hughes just gets outside. Good angle from Baker, but it's forward.
Oh, so unlucky there. It was nearly beautiful again from the USA, and they won't want this half to stop, but you know, they'll come in full of confidence. Mike Friday just will tell them to focus on the basics again. What a first half performance from the USA.
Australia came out of the blocks, real pace, but since then really outside of that Holland try, it has been all the USA. And as you say, Ollie, hardly wanted that half to finish. 26-10 at the break.
Right, we get our pods right, we maintain possession, all right, you play with calmness, you're in a good place. The important thing is, when we have possession, work in your triangles, okay? Second man in clear, press them down, get rid, move the ball. When they have the ball, it's so important we're aggressive and we show intent on the clear. Box or tackler, make everything a fight, make everything difficult for them in the breakdown, okay? Stay legal, stay clean. But tackler works hard or box works hard, everybody else gets their realignment, we can then get our way, okay? Stay present, stay in the moment, stay calm, all right? Their kickoff.
The clearance section from Mike Friday,
we get the ball,
and
we
then
win the ball, we keep the
raw
ball.
passion.
Okay?
It means a great deal to him.
How many shoots for them, and only them, but for the USA. Massive moment. We want to hear now what Geraint John says.
Reload and stay connected now. Test them. We haven't tested them. All they've done is one person's run. We've let them go through. Come on, it's up to you.
Come on, guys. Let's get up.
Working hard.
I mean, both coaches, you can see there, they're desperate for their sides to perform well. Mike Friday knows what this means to the USA. Never won a leg of the World 7 Series. Huge moment in USA rugby. Poignant that they're there, position now 26-10 up at halftime. Have they got the calmness and the application of focus and finish the job off? Geraint John wants his side to get some possession. Can they win this restart and get themselves back into it?
Well, what about that shot from Danny Barrett there? I've never seen anyone come out of a huddle singing a song. They've got the juices flowing, you can feel it. They know it is up to them whether they get their first ever cup final win.
Probably Bruce Springsteen born in the USA.
Ba-boom. Stick to the analysis, Ollie. There's a good lad.
It's my favourite karaoke number, that one, John.
No clear release. 11, never release the ball. Never
And we talk about these finals, and it's cup final number 7 for Australia. It's cup final number 2 for the USA. And you talk about earning your stripes in these finals and getting the maturity from playing in these big games. And just they're just ripping it up at the moment, the US.
Almost definitely. I've been in and around these top nations now all season long, and there's a point where at the season you think, yes, we can compete here, and you can see the confidence just flowing through this USA team, and it's all come from Mike Friday. He has done brilliant with the squad. He's given them self-confidence. He's given them the tools to succeed, and they've paid him back handsomely.
Baker, Perry Baker. He was going to have an influence at some point, and his influence is to score the first try of the second half.
I mean, his pace is emphatic. He's just unbelievable, mesmerising. When he takes off there, no player in their right mind within 2-3 yards would bang themselves on the outside. Typically, you see them pull back, reset and shift the pivot, but there this guy oozes confidence, and he has got pace to burn. He uses his strength and his body just to get around here. What a way just to get outside. Uses the fin, and then it's all about raw pace. What a player this guy is.
Well, you're right, Ollie, that was a nice shot of it, just the balance and the body shift in the air. He faked to go on the inside and just swerved back on the out, and as a defender it's very tough once your momentum stopped to go again, and well, this guy can just take off, and he'll be waiting for his boarding pass, no doubt, Carla Knowles.
And you a great conversion from him. Watching these boys score these wonder tries all weekend. It was going so quick, then hardly stopped before they put the ball down.
And the transformation in this kid over 12 months has been light years, so imagine him in 2 years.
Your hands!
Just to clarify, 6 Cup final wins for Australia, and they're looking for their 7th, aren't they? And that will help. Nick Malou was single-handedly dragging Australia back into this game. The conversion is taken quickly by Tom Lucas. 7 minutes is a very, very long time in rugby, especially in rugby sevens.
Oh yeah, and they love a scrap, do the Aussies. They won't go away easily again. Just the right foot step from Nick Malou, no one in behind. If they score back-to-back tries then, well, put a pressure on this USA team.
It was a soft try, wasn't it? They needed to make sure they stay tight in their defence here, USA, because there's going to be an Australian onslaught coming now. They need to get themselves back in the game. Johnny, what's incredible to see is just how they dominate the contact zone here at the moment at USA. Every single battle they go into, they seem to come out on top, or it takes 2 players to bring them down. And when that happens, there's space all over the place. And the likes of Perry Baker in space with pace. Good night.
Here he is again. This time used to attract those defenders. Here's the man of the first half. Barrett. Core skills are great, aren't they? They're not going around the outside. They're going through the middle. Marker Unafi, the latest try scorer for the US.
Because their big men are threats on the outside, what it does is open up holes for the hot steppers in the middle of the park. Just a decoy with the ball, and he's always going to back his pace in the open field as Maka Nufet.
I mean, Carl, I don't know what you think. What a performance so far from the USA. 38-15. They look infallible everywhere across their game. It's just there's no weaknesses in this final at the moment. You've got pace out wide in Baker or Earls. Barrett and Duratalo and Liuta are mixing it up with the power in the middle. And then Anufe with his footwork is just mesmeric. And he dances his way through there and has the pace to finish it off.
Let's kick off now, please.
I mean, you think back, 29-10 against Canada, 43-12 in that semi-final against England. Biggest win over England ever. Best result ever against a top-tier nation, that 43-12
advantage
victory.
Last week, this USA team got smashed by 40-0 in their first game in Scotland. So the turnaround in 7 days has been absolutely brilliant. Nick, you think you got a respite because you see the back of Perry Baker, and then you look up and you've got a guy called Carlin Niles can run down the road in 10 seconds flat. So good luck with that.
He's just having a little look on the screen at the top, making sure he's looking good, because he knows it's TRY time for him. At his pace, with the tired Australian side on the field, is going to cause some serious problems now.
And they feed off each other. Baker like a big brother to Carlin Niles. Very different characters, but the yin and the yang. Great relationship they have going. And it's a fun camp. Yes, they work exceptionally hard. You can see that. You're not going to be 38-15 up in a cup final. You don't work hard, but do it with a smile on their face. Australia won't give up. We know that about them as a sporting nation. Here they come again. Carlin Niles shipping his man out to touch. They just run out of space and running out of ideas here, Australia.
It's just great defence from Carlin Niles and from AUST. They're just using the touchline as their friend, shepherding them into touch. Great defence, turnover ball back to the USA. Another relief of pressure.
Well, these guys on the wing know they're going to get singled out with their defence, but Carlin Niles doing extremely well there.
Now, if you're the USA, fresh man, fresh legs, and Carlin Niles, you want to win this line out, put the ball straight in his hands.
They can't win it, though. Here come Australia. Shaludev. There's the ball there, Australia. Have to score now, if any chance. Have to. Advantage coming to them. Holland. Try scoring that first half. Go back for the penalty now.
Number 12.
2 minutes. 45 left here in the cup final. Here at Twickenham. Final leg of the 7's World Series. And Australia desperate to score. Holland again with Lucas. Trying to work something on this right-hand side.
Well, it's all individual probing there from the Australians. No real team sort of attack patterns whatsoever. And in the end, some great work at turnover. Was it the beast, Danny Barrett? I think it was.
Yeah, it's that man stepping up again, the beast Barrett, just when you need him. His side feeling under the cosh, knows that he just needs to win that turnover. He's there so strong. Fantastic effort from him there, and he's just taken a minute on the floor now to recover.
Here it is here, Madison Hughes, the captain, takes it low, and there it is, the technique right over the ball. Two cleaners can't get rid of him. That is beautiful stuff from an open side.
And his work in the final is done. And what a final he has had. Take him out. Danny Barrett. Where's this one bouncing? Into the hands of Australia. It must be. It was 3-1. They go direct in the end. Sam Myers. 5 quickly becomes 7.
I mean, that's twice now off of the USA line-out, so they've lost the ball. There they elected off the penalty to kick to touch, not securing their line-out. Now they've got to understand and recognise where their strengths are, where their weaknesses are. They've been phenomenal in the loose and in the contact area. For me, they're just keep playing, because they've gifted Australia an opportunity now to potentially get back in the game.
Time on.
Carlin Niles. And breaking away again. It's the new man. Palamo. Just come on the field. The man who plays his rugby in London for Saracens. Robs all the way upfield. And they think now that is it. The USA have one hand on the cup, if not more.
Yes, indeed. Watch the big man. Look at the thighs on him. Throws the big dummy. He's carrying that ball like a loaf of bread. Look at him go. 120 kgs moving that quick. Good luck to you. Never going to be stopped. And as a reserve player, you want to come on and make an impact, Ollie, and that's what he's done.
And what an emphatic impact he's made. He's just won the game for this USA side with 20 seconds on the clock. There is no way Australia are coming back from this. And USA, take a bow. This is your first title on the HSBC World 7 Series, and you've done it in emphatic style. Outstanding effort.
Yeah, confidence just oozing throughout this USA team. Remember, there's no Zach Test in this team. The man that they built everything around for the last 3, 4, 5 years. A great sevens player in his own right. And I asked Mike Friday at training this week, will he miss him? He said, no, not really, not anymore. And you can see why. No Garrett Bender either, suspended. Australia been outplayed here, unable to stick to their process. They just haven't had the ball. Final play of this cup final ends with a knock-on from Australia. And there it is. The United States' first ever tournament win on the 7's World Series. And it is here at Twickenham, in a country where that man grew up, coached by a man who had such an influence on England Sevens as a player and as a coach himself. And they have done it in emphatic style, haven't they? 45 points to 22 over Australia. What a performance, not only in this final, but the entirety of this weekend, Carl.
Oh yes, day two, they really took it into the stratosphere. And what a place to win your first ever cup final. Rugby HQ, Twickenham, England. It doesn't get much better. I'll give you the jump to win here. And these kids have done something special, not only for themselves, not only for their coach, but to put rugby in the map in the USA.
Today that will live long in the memory. Mike Friday's had a few days like this at Twickenham. This will be right up there. He's waiting to speak to Rupert now.
Mike Friday, London Sevens champions, USA. How does that feel?
It's amazing, and credit to those boys behind me. The 12 of them have been absolutely fantastic, and there's about another 10 back in America now as well who've worked their socks off all year. They put up with me all year, they put up with Brownie all year, and it's credit to them. Their work ethic has been fantastic, and they played some fantastic sevens today.
Mike, you took over this team at the start of the series. You've taken them to their highest ever finish of 6th. You've just won the London Sevens, the first title the USA have ever won on the HSBC Sevens World Series. How have you done it?
Hard work. I haven't done it, to be fair. The boys have done it. Their work ethic, their attitude. And I've said to them, if you work hard in life, you get your rewards. And that's what they've done. And they've been a credit to their country, to their families. And I'm immensely proud of every one of them.
You got a couple of sprinters out on the wing, but your old mate Ollie Phillips was talking about the physicality at the breakdown and how that part of your game has improved out of sight. Was that the difference?
Yeah, I think we were accurate in that area as well, and, you know, huge credit to Chris Brown. He's got them in great shape, and he's the man on the ground in America. And also Phil Greening, he's done a lot of work with him on the breakdown. So we're a team, we're a management team, we're a coaching team, we're a family. We lose together, we win together, and credit to every one of them and everyone that's involved in this USA Sevens.
What's the limit for this USA Sevens team? I know you've got an Olympic qualifying tournament coming up later in the year in North Carolina, but where can this team get to realistically in the near future?
Well, we're probably operating at about 80% at the moment. I think we've still got a lot to learn in terms of the education. We've still got to catch up the big four. You know, the top 4, top 5 have, you know, got a little bit more savvy on us, and that's something that we need to work on over the next 12 months. But first and foremost, we'll enjoy today, and then it's back to work Monday because we've got an Olympic qualifier to try and get through.
Okay, Mike, congratulations once again. Thanks for talking to us.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Cheers.
I'm just going to bring in Perry Baker and Carlin Isles now. Perry, you guys have set this tournament alight. Congratulations, London Sevens champions. How does that feel?
I mean, it feels really good. I mean, we fought hard all season. We wanted to be here, and for God's glory, man. I mean, God was with us the whole way. We just want to say thank you, Jesus, for this, and we did it.
Carlin, you took this series by storm a couple of years ago, and then this buddy of yours turns up, and together you've really taken this team to another level. How are you feeling right now?
Man, I feel real blessed, man. I thank God for my teammate Perry. Him and I feed off of each other, man. And it's so great having him here because, you know, both of us contribute to this team, and you see the outcome is.
The improvement in your team as a bunch of players is extraordinary. But from where you've arrived at now, what's been the most important thing for you, Perry?
Believing in my teammates and the coaches and just trusting what they're telling me, buying in what they're asking me to do, and studying film.
Olympic qualifiers coming up, another series, 10 rounds next year. Where can this team get to, Carlin?
I think we can be #1. If we continue to work hard, stay focused and believe in each other, and get the mental side strong, and all that come together and stay cohesive, then, man, the sky's the limit.
And we watch you guys together. You know, you're always together before the match. I see you geeing each other up in the changing room and out here before games. How important is your combination, Perry?
It's very important. I mean, we're always together. Whenever I'm feeling down, he say a few words to me of encouragement, and he feeds off of it. So it helped the team out a lot. So it's really good for me.
Well, congratulations once again, Perry. Congratulations, Carl. Thanks for talking to us.
Thank you. USA.
All day, baby. God bless. Love y'all. Thank you for all the supporters.
USA! USA!